Hello everyone. In this session, we will talk about preparations the two families need to make before wedding. Before the wedding, there are lots of things the bride's parents need to prepare. The most important one might be dowry. Dowry was common in different historical periods of China and continues through the modern history. Dowry, 嫁妆 in Chinese, ranges from land, jewelry, money, to a collection of clothing, sewing equipment, and collection of household items. And now, many rich people prepare gold or RMB cash as a dowry to demonstrate the family's rich background. The reason why bride's parents spend as much money as possible to prepare dowry is that dowry can also reflect their own economic background and social status. By sending expensive and enormous dowry to their daughter, they will be considered to have faith and have higher social status. And also, dowry is a form of inheritance to daughters, since daughters will not live with parents. In the past of China, sons would live with parents and take on the responsibility to take care of the old parents, while daughters would join another family to become the member of another family and would not have the responsibility to take care of their own old parents. So, property owned by a family would be inherited by sons only. Dowry was the only way assets were transferred to daughter. The dowry she brought with her was typically separated from the property of her husband and other members in a joint family. Often, a woman who brought a large dowry would be considered in high position and would not be looked down upon by the joint family. Before the wedding, both families will prepare a lot of red double happiness, 红双喜. Do you know why in wedding Chinese people like to paste red double happiness on doors, furniture, dowry, beds, and so on? There are many different stories about it. One story is as follows. In Song Dynasty, Wang Anshi decided to go to the capital to attend the national examination, in which the people who got high scores would be selected as the officials in the government. One evening, he passed a town called Majiazhen. After having supper, he went for a walk in this town and found a shining lantern adorned with a revolving circle of paper horses hanging in the local ministry councillor, Mr. Ma's house. On the lantern, he saw the right-hand part of an antithetical couplet. 走马灯，灯马走，灯熄马停步. He thought this was an excellent part of a couplet, of which he couldn't think of the right-hand part. The second day, he went to participate in the exam and did very well in the exam. The examiner thought highly of him and gave him one part of a couplet. 飞虎骑，骑虎飞，骑卷虎身藏. It immediately reminded Wang Anshi of the couplet he discovered in Majiazhen. He thought it was a nice match of this couplet. After speaking out the couplet of Majiazhen, Wang Anshi was praised highly by the examiner. Then he went back, waiting for the final result. He again came to Majiazhen to express his gratitude to Mr. Ma for the couplet on the lantern. When Mr. Ma asked him the other part of the couplet, he spoke out the part of couplet which the examiner gave him in the interview. Mr. Ma was very happy and promised to marry his daughter to him. Originally, the right-hand part of the couplet was given by Mr. Ma's daughter. If any single young man gave a satisfactory answer to this couplet, she would marry him. So, Mr. Ma held a wedding ceremony for this new couple. On the wedding ceremony, the whole family was very happy. Just at this right moment, an official came to notice that Wang Anshi achieved a high score in the national exam and got the honor to meet the emperor and then would be appointed to be an important official. Wang Anshi was so happy and wrote a Chinese character Xi on the red paper, then added another Xi and asked the servant to stick it on the door. So, from then on wedding day, people like to stick red double happiness on the doors, walls, furniture, or bed sheets to indicate the whole family's happy feeling and best wishes for the new couple. Chinese people are very smart to create different shapes and patterns of red double happiness in paper cutting. Another thing the groom's family needs to do before wedding is to install the bridal bed. Before the wedding, the groom's family will choose an auspicious time to install the bridal bed, and the whole family will be busy with cleaning and decorating the bridal chamber. The bridal chamber is beautifully decorated in red. Red double happiness paper cutting will be stuck everywhere, even on the bed. The good luck woman will help to make the bed, and red new beddings will be used. Then she will put the 4 kinds of food on the bed, which are dates, peanuts, longanids, and lotus seeds on the bed, symbolizing to have babies soon. After everything is done, little boys will be invited to sit on the bed as an omen of fertility. The more boys, the better. So, in ancient China, marriage was not the result of love, but continuing of the family line of the paternal clan. The major function of marriage was believed to have babies, particularly sons, to carry on the family line. If the wife couldn't bear a son, she would be looked down upon by the family or even be divorced, as described in 孟子离楼上. 不孝有三，无后为大. In the past, if the wife didn't give birth to a son, she would permit her husband to have a concubine to continue the family line. Otherwise, she would be blamed by the parents-in-law, even the late ancestors of this family. So, the lady with no son would live in a miserable life in the past. In the past, the bride should be fetched by using sedum to demonstrate the marriage was open and considered effective. So, sedum played a very important role. Now, here is a short video clip about sedum. Let's enjoy it.
花轿是十里红妆最重要的器物，在宁海人看来，花轿是新娘地位的一种直接体现，代表着明媒正娶。因此，能够坐在精美的花轿里，在十里红妆的簇拥下出嫁，也就成了一个女子一生中最为风光的时刻。富家大户中的女子会一生自豪地叙述她坐花轿出嫁时的情景，尤其是在小妾面前，用以强调她的正主地位。花轿也叫喜轿，是传统中式婚礼上使用的特殊轿子。 轿子原名舆，最早记载于司马迁的《史记》。到后唐五代，时有轿之名。北宋时，轿子只供皇室使用。后宋高宗赵构废除乘轿的有关禁令，自此轿子发展到民间，成为人们的代步工具，并日益普及。把轿子运用到娶亲上，最早见于宋代，后渐渐成为民俗。
From the video, we know the sedan represents the social status of a groom's family and the position of the bride. In the past, when men could have a wife and several concubines, owning the wife enjoyed the privilege of being fetched by using sedan. So, owning the wife had the power of taking charge of affairs in the family. In this session, you have learned preparations that both families need to make, such as dowry, red double happiness, installing the bridal bed, and so on. What rituals do the new couple need to practice on the wedding day? In the next session, we will talk about that. Thank you for your attention.